Something I didn't expect, but surely it happened. Now, the other day, I reviewed and talked about the newest Valorant bundle. I ripped them apart quite heavily and, in my opinion, for good reason. Something that would even just be a mid-tier Battle Pass skin ended up being an entire bundle, and the usual price for these bundles is 5,100 Valorant points or $51 US. Quite ridiculous. However, when this bundle rotated into the shop, it was 3,500 VP, and that's kind of surprising. Now, don't get me wrong, $35 US for this when Sons of the Forest just came out for the same price is still quite ridiculous, and I highly recommend people not purchase it at that price point, but it still took me by surprise. We've seen just as poor looking bundles sell for more, and it begs the question, why? Why the price drop? Well, I won't make it a super long video, but I do want to discuss it just a little bit. Now, unless you're keen and know the entire system, some of you might already know 3,500 is actually already in the game. This is the price structure that currently exists. So in theory, Riot didn't lower the price of any bundle, but some people on Twitter mentioned they did because it has a perceived value. The last time we had the select with melee for 3,500 was the Smite bundle. Yeah, it's been that long. Now, I think the biggest problem is that the selection bundle with or without a knife is simply a battle pass tier skin, and there's no denying that. Prism 2 came out for $29.30 and patch 2.01, and we now know Prism ended up becoming a battle pass skin line, so it's quite literally a one-to-one comparison. And this is when the problem truly reveals itself, because in comparison, Abyssal's 5,100 VP, so $51 US from $35 to $51, and the biggest difference is it has a more artistic outlook, basically just a different gun model, and that's the biggest problem. You have a battle pass skin in a bundle for $35, then if they change the model, which by the way, newsflash, battle pass skins also get model changes sometimes. I mean, the Ruin collection and a bunch of other collections have complete remodels, but if it happens in the store, it goes from $35 to $51. If you throw an effect and a finisher, it becomes 7,100, and cryo status is not as good as prime in my opinion, but we'll leave it up to artistic preference. That's the checklist. It goes from simply the exact same gun retextured to a remodel to an effect, and it jumps from 35 to 51 to $71. These massive jumps for quite a simple little checklist. So what am I on about? What's kind of the point of the video? And this is where we wrap around. If we bring back this price chart, I propose a change, a very important change. Now, not every bundle can be maximum premium with all these amazing effects, and that's because there's quite a small art team. Now, realistically, since all the money for Valorant kind of comes from skin sales, you know, from the shop sales, from battle pass sales, I think Riot needs to double the size of their art team and then separate them into two little bubbles. One, deal with premium plus, so premium, exclusive, and ultra, while the second team improves, not only works on, but improves the lower tier skins and offers much more appealing value. The truth is, I guarantee if they ever release their sale numbers, the amount of select and deluxe skin sales are abysmal. I'm sure it's all battle pass, all premium, and very little deluxe and select skins. I know so just from my games. I've been playing this game for over 2 years, and the amount of times I see these mid-tier skin lines is almost none. I often see a new skin rotate into the shop, and outside content creators, I never see it in game. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Some of you must have noticed this. With that being said, my first proposition is to scrap the select and select with melee options. Get rid of them. Keep those in the battle pass. Work hard and make them good for the battle pass instead. And then make deluxe and deluxe with melee the original prices, meaning deluxe with melee should be 3,500, because some of the bundles that went through for 5,100 that I never see anyone play with, some people would have copped for $35, like this sand style gun. It's a remodel, no effects, but the melee looks pretty cool. It's dual wield. Why would this be $51 US? The guns themselves have almost no, the guns themselves are literally battle pass skins still. They just throw a nice little melee and then bump up the price like crazy. Lower that price, get it to $35, and I'm sure the sales would increase. Then with that one simple $35 price point, work hard to make the lower tier guns accessible and fun and unique to multiple players. Give them a different look, give them a slight little effect, if not an effect, maybe just a sound effect, and then work on those melees. That's what they've been doing well. After fixing that price scheme, the rest can stay pretty standard. However, standard, premium, and exclusive vary so wildly. Like, there's nothing to tell us why Prime, cost less than Glitch Pop. Like, by a factual tier list, there's no reason. They literally pull a little sticker out of a hat and just decide what the price will be. We need some standards when it comes to why a certain skin is priced a certain way. It's just a fact, a little bit of a checklist. Does it have variants? Does it have sound effects? Does it have a unique reload animation like Prime? Bring them all to $71. Valorant has been pushing it lately, and we've seen less and less 7100 bundles like Prime and Oni, and way more 8700 bundles than ever before, because they are pushing it. They are realizing people will buy it, and now we're getting stuff like Cryo Status for 7100, while Cryo Status itself, in my opinion, should be the new 5100, or better yet, 3500, and have them sell like hotcakes, because I believe, as someone who's literally never seen Cryo Status in game, I would sure as heck see it a lot more if it was $35. And $35 is still the cost of a full freaking game. There's quite literally no excuse. I mean, just look at this one image. I think it tells you the whole story and makes my entire point clear. All these, yes, all these bundles share the 7100 Valorant point price. And let me tell you something, when Oni 2.0 comes out, they'll be able to price a 7100 similar to Ion here because they've made that standard previously, meaning a Prime 2.0 of course has to match the price of Prime 1.0 unless they want to receive a massive amount of flack. But the last time, dude, hear me out here, this is so important. The last time we had a 7100, but I mean even Reaver 2.0 episode 5 was 7100, sure, but it also matched the last high tier bundle. The previous unique 7100s was Xeno Hunter, which lo and behold, an amazing knife, but very basic skin, and then Neptune. Neptune was pretty good, but it had a mid-knife and then an amazing skin. See what I'm trying to say here? They lowered the 7100 tier standard secretly. After those initial Reaver and Prime bangers, they realized, nah, these need to be our 8700 crazy, like 87 US, dude, it's like 100 Canadian dollars for me. Those are like the good skins now. While Neptune, while a sleeper, sure, but that entire bundle, while okay, the pickaxe was quite lame. Xeno Hunter, an amazing knife, but the skins were kind of lame. See what they're doing? See what they're doing? And then they pull this? They pull this Soul Strife and Crimson Beasts for 7100. They are they're going backwards. I'm advocating $35 be a unique, strong like Cryo Status bundle, while now that's 7100. They are degrading the value of the 7100 bundle by an insane amount. They are secretly inflating the prices. It is insane. But I digress. While the marketing in this video might be how Riot lowered the price of the bundle, it's all smokes and mirrors. They never did so. The last one was simply Smite long time ago, and the entire discussion of this video is actually how they've secretly been raising the price and raising the standards, and they kind of keep pushing it, and as a consumer, it's just gotten on my nerves just a little bit.